Hello, hello, my beautiful Virgo collective, twin flames. This message is for you. I'm going to do a reading for you around just the general energy for you, beautiful spiritual beings who are here with a powerful calling. Together, we have elevated the collective consciousness of unconditional love on this planet. That's why there is so much revelation of truth. There is the deconstruction of systems, and. It's an incredible time to be here. Last year, Spirit told me not to do any readings for the Twin Flame Collective because it was a time to shift the focus from that external 3D conditioning around you and this person and some romantic story or narrative that you might have been attached to going inward. Okay. And I trust that we've all done that as we've gone through the shift. If you're a twin flame, you understand and you know that you have a spiritual calling, that it's an awakening. It's not about a journey between two people who are absolutely meant to be together in the 3D and to live out this romantic narrative or story. Your twin flame journey is about the relationship between you and you, finding unconditional love, being able to love yourself and hold yourself together in fullness, in unity, regardless of the external conditions, regardless of how anyone else behaves, and to allow to love people enough to let them live their lives separate and independent from you, right? It is so normal, it's so natural that when people don't do what we want them to do, if they don't choose us, if they don't post us, uh, if they don't plan their world around us, then we can't love them and we shouldn't love them because they don't love us. And that's got nothing to do with love. So we've gone through the spiritual awakening because it's been a part of the medicine of the truth that needed to come to be uh, um, to be anchored into the grids of our new earth, of our planet, so that we can finally stop lying to ourselves and stop controlling and loving people through fear and jealousy and insecurity and control and calling it love, and constantly finding ourselves in a state of suffering because we believe we're not enough unless someone chooses us in a specific way. So we're in a place where a lot is being revealed and a lot of truths have surfaced, and we can decide who we want to be moving forward. So now Spirit has told me to come back in and start bringing the collective. Those of you who are here, you have a calling, you've done the healing work, and as a result, it's contributed to the collective consciousness and the shifts on our planet. You being here contributes to evolution. And now Spirit wants to bring you guidance again, where you find yourself, just to help to clarify the messages and the guidance that you have been receiving intuitively from your guides as well. Okay. So if you're new to my channel and you've just dropped in and you're still here, welcome. I'm Elif, High Priestess Elif, and I welcome you to evolve with me. To my returning subscribers, always good to have you here. If you're still seeing my videos pop up on your feed, please just comment in the comment sections. I see you so that I know, because I don't know what YouTube is doing these days, but please comment, put an emoji, interact with my video so that it can get the attention that it deserves. Other people who might need access to these messages so that they can have access to them. All right, we're all in this together, so you can really support me in that way. Thank you so much for your love and support to date. For those of you who have contacted me for personal readings, for those of you who have signed up for my spiritual coaching and teaching sessions, for those of you who have contacted me for channeled body and alignment healing activations, thank you so much for supporting my work and for making it possible for me to do what I came here to do on a daily basis. I have so much gratitude in my heart for all of you. All right. So I'm going to start by just receiving an overall message from Spirit for you. Then I'm going to look at the energy between you and your twin flame, what has happened to bring you to where you are now? What's happened for them? What has their experience been to bring them to where they are now? What is happening for you right now? And what's happening for them right now? And then I'm going to do a Celtic cross with anything that Spirit wants to bring through for you, wherever you find yourself right now. Okay. That's what we're doing. So, welcome your guides and keepers into the space. You've got your own guidance system. I'm not here to tell you what your truth is. I'm simply reading the energy, clarify and to validate, to confirm what you already know. Okay, to shine a light on what you might be overlooking or missing. So, if the message resonates, claim it without a doubt. If it doesn't, it's probably not for you. Leave it for someone else. Don't force it. Okay. Maybe you're just not ready for the message, and that's okay. And if it is triggering you, that is for you. That's where your work begins. You don't see your triggers as a gift, as an opportunity for you to work through your stuff, you'll never be free. You won't, because you're choosing bondage. Right. You've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. I give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for giving me access to your energy, to the various portals in which you exist and reside, so that I can bring you these messages from a place of love with as much clarity as possible. I don't sugarcoat these messages. I'm a channel. So Spirit is here in my ear. I'm giving it to you as I receive it. That is how I honor my work. Okay, so I'm not going to sugarcoat. I trust that you have the capacity to process what it is you need to process, that it's going to serve you in the ways that it needs to. I'm okay with triggering people. I'm okay with not being liked, because it's not about me. It's between you and source. I'm just the medium. I'm just the vessel. All right. Let's begin. Right. So the message for you, the Akashic libraries are open. Wow. You're connecting to your past lives, the ancient wisdom, the ancient medicine, your connections and the medicine that's been in your bloodline for the longest time, the truths about who you are, what you come from, why you are here, all of that. Hmm. Oh, this is where you find yourself right now. This is what's brought you to where you are. You Virgos, many of you are here today. They are showing me that you are star seeds. You know, many of your past, of your previous lives were not lived on this planet. It was in the galaxies, in a higher dimensional, uh, amongst a higher, with a higher dimensional, evolved, highly evolved civilization. You have a strong connection to whales and the whale music. And I'm getting serious. All right. So some of you might resonate with that. Beautiful. And you are welcoming in and calling forth, and many other star seeds are going to be finding you, and you are going to facilitate and activate them. They're entering into their own Akashic records. Beautiful. So that is what a lot of your work is going to be about. It's about understanding why you've never been comfortable in your body, understanding why they've never been comfortable in their bodies, what is new, why it feels new, why it feels unfamiliar, and just finding harmony with that. Right. So, what's happened for my Virgos in their twin flame connection to bring them to where they are? What's happened in the recent past for them and their divine counterpart? All right. That's what we're looking at. What's happened for you? You felt very exposed. You were extremely exposed. Lots was revealed to you in your connection, your activation with your divine, with your twin flame connection. You were able to take a closer look at some of your own fears and tendencies and patterns. And this brought out, this made you feel very defensive and very protective of yourself. And it brought out a side of you that you were able to see clearly and vividly for the first time. Um, Harsh words were spoken. I think that you said some things to your divine counterpart that were very, very strong, very sharp, very raw, very real. You didn't hold back. And this is what led to your separation. Now, separation, I just want to clarify because it's important that we debunk a lot of the myths around the twin flame awakening. When people, when we bring new medicine, when we download truths, sacred truths to this 3D world, it's we're rediscovering it for the first time. And we're figuring it out as we go along. And so it's natural that many people would perceive it to be the journey, the awakening. It is a spiritual awakening to be about the conditions because of the programming that we're still very much involved with. And as we mature and as we grow and as we continue to gather information, download information, and awaken, we come to deeper truths. Now, despite what has been said, the twin flame journey is not about two people who absolutely must be together for their lives to be fulfilled. That programming is based on 3D conditions that will keep you stuck in the system. And this is normal because I always say your ego's going to take possession of any new shiny thing that you have that you feel excited about. Because the idea, the objective is to keep you stuck in the programming so that you can continue to be fed off of, so that your fear can continue to feed the darkness. And so that's what's happened for many people. So I just want to debunk that. Twin flames are not absolutely meant to be together. In fact, for the most part, it's about releasing that person, individuating with them on a soul level, here within you. Because your twin flame is a physical manifestation of your divine masculine. They mirror to you where your divine masculine is at. And your challenge then, your journey is to learn to sit with your masculine, to get to know your masculine, to be honest with yourself, to be able to love and embrace your masculine as is, and then to give the masculine an opportunity to evolve and grow, and then to individuate your divine feminine and your divine masculine. It's a marriage that takes place within yourself. So if it's 10 years down the line and you're still looking, if it's 10 years down the line and you're still in the same place you were when you separated in the first time, it's probably not a twin flame connection because it's a spiritual awakening. Your eyes open. You can't be stuck in the same place for 10 years. Maybe it's a karmic. I would advise that you get a spiritual reading confirming the purpose of the connection and how you're supposed to line up with and allow the medicine so that you can evolve. But if it's been a couple of years and you're still in that place where you're looking out to see when you're going to have union with your twin flame, you're stuck in a programming, and it's tearing you apart on the inside, and it's causing imbalance in your energy and in your world because it's fragmenting your divine feminine, because you're still holding on. The ego is still in control. You see, still holding on to a construct, and you're not giving space to unconditional love. What's happened for your divine counterpart? Interesting, because I did the Sagittarius twin flame reading before this, and was similar for their divine counterpart. All right, so what happened for them is they were thrust into a deep well of emotions, where this person has had disassociated from their traumas, from some connections because of fear. I'm feeling a lot of fear push up, where this person's spirit is showing me where they've had to cut ties with a mother or a father in order to cope because the relationship was so unhealthy. All of that came back up for them to face, and it was a lot. And they felt like they went from being happy to being mentally vulnerable and emotionally, mentally, from being okay, not happy, okay, to being thrust into emotional and psychological turmoil. And they associated this connection with that. Now, this needed to happen, of course, for them to be able to grow and heal. Because how can you say you love someone if you don't want them to find themselves? And if finding themselves meant it needs to happen away from you, wouldn't you then be happy about it? Then why are so many of us not being happy about our divine counterpart being on their own journey, independent of us? You see, that's not unconditional love. And it's okay that it's not, that we struggle with that, but we need to be honest with ourselves so that we can set ourselves free from the programming. And I feel like many of us have made great strides where this is concerned, because that is why we're entering this phase now where we are welcoming in, many of us are welcoming in a hybrid soulmate, which is the culmination of the three uh, part energy around relationships that have been so active for us on this planet for a really long time. When I do readings about relationships, there are three key frequencies or vibrations or bodies of energy around relationships. It can be a karmic relationship, a soulmate, or a twin flame. What's happening now is there's this individuation of the three, your lessons. Because every lover that you've ever had is really just a physical manifestation of your inner masculine. It's your soul essence manifesting through these people who come in to embody symbolically your divine masculine at that level of evolution so that you can grow. And then the next relationship is slightly more evolved and so forth. So this is an individuation of all of the teacher, the healer, and the mirror in one. Um, and Spirit is saying it's time for the protectors, for the healers to call in, to welcome in their protectors. And that is the energy of the hybrid soulmate. It is the protector, the keeper. Not the protector as in protecting you from the chaos in the world. It is the keeper of your sacred reality, which is a very different reality that you've quantum leaped into through naturally through your process of evolution in your spiritual awakening that is your twin flame journey. Okay. So I'm obviously speaking to a very, very specific group of healers, seers, spirit guides, light workers, star seeds, angelic souls. If you're still here and you're able to keep up with what I'm saying and this still makes sense to you and it resonates, then you know who you are. What is the overall energy for? Okay, no, before I move on to that, what's happening for you, Virgo, right now? Where are you right now? And where is your divine counterpart right now? Okay. So you are finding yourself in a state of apathy, all right? Where you're struggling to let go of the things that have not worked out in the past. You're finding yourself unable to be happy with where you are because you feel so much is not gone according to plan. And you're struggling with that tendency of yours to perfection. You're grieving the relationships that have left and the cups that have spilled, not realizing that it's the best thing that could have happened. Intellectually, you might know that it was for the best, but there's a part of you that is really struggling to stop suffering about it. Apathy, this card, this is the Four of Cups card, and I've got it in the reverse. Now, as you see, a Four of Cups is, you see that cup coming through the clouds from Source? You're receiving this new beginning in love that is meant to come into your life. You're receiving this new beginning in goodness and emotional fulfillment, but you can't see it because you're so busy looking at these three cups down here, right? You're in this peaceful place under this tree, and this is supposed to be a happy time. This is very simply choosing to question, critique, and analyze as opposed to appreciate. That is a simple shift that you can make there. But this is where you're finding yourself. There's been a lot of growth. You're in a better place. The universe is ready to bring a lot of goodness in for you, offering you value, but you're questioning it, or you're not seeing it, or you're totally missing it. For your divine counterpart, they're in the Eight of Pentacles energy, where they're still working on the stuff that they need to work on. They're still finding themselves in this place. And Spirit is saying to me, the reason why you're feeling apathy is because you have believed for the longest time that the only outcome that is worth celebrating is you and your twin flame in a particular place. And because you're not there, you're feeling apathy. And you're not, and if you remain in apathy, you keeping things stuck. You're not allowing things to flow for you so that things can actually work out. And that's what the universe wants for you. That's what your guides want for you, you know. For your twin flame counterpart, they're still working. They're taking their time. They're still working. They're one of those fixed signs. That's the energy I'm getting, a fixed sign energy, where maybe they're a Leo, or you can Google fixed signs and then you can see if that resonates with you. But this is someone that tends to be quite set and stuck in their ways, and they know that they need to work and they really want things to change, but they just find themselves deciding, right, this is what I need to do, and then sitting on the couch for 3 months and then being like, oh yes, I forgot I was supposed to do that. Let me do it now. So they take a little bit longer with things. Okay. Because I'm definitely getting the message with your divine counterpart that there's stagnation there because they're procrastinating instead of doing what it is that they need to do. They know what they want, they know what they need to do in order to have that, but they're stagnant. I'm feeling for this collective, many of you, Spirit is saying, think you could be twin flames, but these are actually there's something else going on here for many of you. I do feel like Spirit is showing me that for you, if this is regardless of the energy of the connection, um, there is a strong desire here to be together still, to end up together. And both of you feel like that's what you want, but there are certain obstacles and certain things standing in the way. What is the overall energy for my Virgo collective? What is your general energy at this time? I've got the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take. So this is where you're finding yourself, where you are aware of the fact that the energy, the type of energy, the quality of energy that you invest is not being reciprocated. And you're able to recognize those who have been treating you fairly and those who have not. This is definitely at the forefront for you right now. Okay. Definitely at the forefront for you right now. What's happened in the past that has brought you to this place? Ace of Cups, a new beginning in love. New beginning in love. That's what's happened here. Um, falling in love with yourself again. having hope and faith and trust in the kind of love that you want and that you believe you deserve and that you want to see more of in the world. And realizing that how you treat yourself matters, and if you allow people to take advantage of you, and if you allow people to um, not treat you like a priority when you're treating them like a priority, then naturally you're contributing to imbalance as well. What is leaving my Virgo's reality? What is leaving Virgo's reality? Oh, lovely. Seven of Swords. Leaving your betrayal. People being wishy-washy, people liking what you have to offer, but not really having anything to give, and still wanting to have their eggs in so many different baskets. That kind of energy is leaving you. The person that is deceitful, the person that gives you the impression that they want to move forward with you, they want to build something with you. In the meantime, they still have their clothes at an old house because they're still keeping other doors open, keeping options open in the event that things don't work out. That's the kind of energy that's leaving your reality. And good riddance. What opportunities coming in for Virgo? Okay, this is an opportunity for you. What you make of it is entirely up to you, but you've got an Ace of Pentacles coming in. So there's going to be an offer of some sort here. And this offer is going to present something very stable. It's not going to look that way initially. It's going to look like potential, and maybe you're inclined at this stage in your life not to want to um, invest in potential. But Spirit is saying this is going to be something that has the potential. This is something that is going to grow into something way bigger than you can imagine. So this is confirmation that you should give it a chance. You should go for it. Okay. So this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It's not specific to one type of relationship, romantic. It can be career, it can be money, it can be a business opportunity. It can be different things for different people. What is here for you right now that's making its way in, that's definitely happening? What is coming in for? So obviously that was an opportunity. It's up to you if you take it or not. But what is already set for you? What is coming in for Virgo at this time? Four of Swords. So this is about mm, there's going to be some sort of separation or something that's going to be removed from your life. And I think it's these people, these situations that are not good for you. These friendships, these situations, these people, whatever it is, that you're giving way too much energy and time to, that is just not giving you, they're not returning the energy in the same way. But you're blocking some people here. The universe is blocking some people. They might be blocking you, but it's the universe deciding that these people need to be removed from your life. What's working in your favor at this time? What's working in your favor right now? Ten of Cups. Wish fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. That's what's working in your favor. Is you're starting to allow yourself to be loved. You're starting to allow the goodness. You're starting to allow the things that feel good to you. Um, what's working in your favor is that you do have people or someone in your life that makes you feel good emotionally, makes you feel loved, despite what's happened here. I feel like this for me is evidence that you do have someone in your life. And what's brought you here is this new beginning in love. This is just confirmation about that. External influences, healing the star. You're being recognized. You're being seen, you're being recognized. Maybe that's why you're going to be offered this new opportunity here, because you are gaining recognition. Um, there's so much healing and wish fulfillment here. You are somebody's wish fulfillment. You are the answer to some people's prayers. All right. Hopes and fears. The Fool. You don't want to make a mistake. You want to trust your guidance system. You're hoping that if you just trust your intuition, everything's going to work out, but you're a little bit afraid that it might not. And Spirit is saying, I'm confirming again, you've gotten the message strong and clear. You should just trust your intuition and go for it. Outcomes for Virgo. Give me another one on that. Clarify. So I've got the Five of Pentacles here. No, sorry, the Five of Wands. All right. So the outcomes here for you is that you are going to find yourself having to make some choice. Where you're finding you're juggling too many things and you're putting your energy in too many places because you don't really want to make a mistake, drop anything that's important. You don't want to miss out on anything that's important, and eventually you're going to realize that you're going to have to let some things go. You're going to have to trust the universe with this. If you can just listen to this, to the voice of your inner being, and the voice of your inner being is absent of fear. If you feel like you need to make a decision because of fear, fear that there's not going to be enough, shortage, fear of making a mistake. I want to do this because I don't want to make a mistake. If you're wanting to do anything to avoid a negative outcome, that is fear. Your inner voice is a clear knowing. It doesn't feel like avoidance. It's a clear pull towards, yes, this makes sense. And that's what you want to do, is you want to trust your guidance system. For some of you, there is going to be a situation where the moment you're happy with somebody new or you're considering this something new, the twin flame is going to want to come back in and you're going to have to make a choice. And you're also going to have to listen to your inner being on this one. So I don't think it's going to be easy, but at the same time, all the signs, all the evidence you need is going to be right in front of you. All right, whatever you choose to do, do what is best for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Virgo. It was so lovely spending time with you. Please don't forget to comment. Let me know what resonates. I love to get feedback from you guys. If you need some spiritual guidance, some personal guidance, perhaps a personal reading, you're welcome to contact me. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you do, do what's best for you. Love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.